Kamy-She-Vakha in the Donetsk People's Republic, according to Igor Kimakovsky, an advisor to the Donetsk People's Republic head. Kimakovsky has stated that securing Kamy-She-Vakha has allowed forces to strengthen the front line along the border with the Dnepro-Petrovsk region. He added that nearly the entire western border area of the DRP is now under Russian control. The Russian Defense Ministry had earlier announced that forces had taken control of Kamy-She-Vakha. Now I would like to go to Alison first for this discussion. Alison, since we see like almost every day we see different reports coming in from Russia as well as Ukraine about they have taken this land and they have taken another land. How are we supposed to trust these reports, and what do you think? What is this strategy behind claiming lands and then reclaiming and putting it out in the media?
Reading your report takes me back to the 1990s when we had the conflict in Bosnia and in Kosovo. And, you know, I work for the Associated Press and we report that so-and-so village was taken. And obviously to your average reader in Atlanta or you're in New Delhi or wherever else, that meant absolutely nothing. In fact, outside, except for people who lived in that country, and even they might not have heard of the village. So it's very bitty reporting. It's like tiny bits of this is taken, this is taken. What is the point of it? It's because one of the main points of war is to gain a psychological advantage. And Russia is extremely good at that. You know, Ukraine's putting up a brilliant fight, and they're obviously very courageous. Whether some people are anti-Ukraine, but they're incredibly courageous people. I mean, I live in Romania, and some of my friends said, "Oh, the Russians would have taken Romania in 2 days." You know, the Ukrainians have put up an incredible fight. It's true, there's been a lot of weapons given to them. So. I think on both sides, they have every interest to make claims to have taken a village, to have taken a road, to have taken a strategic center or some institute or et cetera, et cetera. It's also to give morale to their own country. Russia is, you know, you really can't report anything apart from the Kremlin line, except for perhaps some of the economic newspapers. And there are Russian newspapers, very good, very brave Russian newspapers, but they're based outside Moscow. Sorry, outside Russia. So I think, you know, these tiny little incremental gains, which really mean nothing to not a wider international audience, I think they're psychological. And it's to say, listen, guys, we are winning, we're doing something, you know, and to create the idea that, you know, Russia is gaining land or Ukraine is fighting back. So my view is, even if they are correct, and that's the other thing, who is verifying them? How many, you know, journalists are there on the ground, you know, being able to fact check? But obviously, as journalists, when I was working at the AP, now you take what the authorities say, and you obviously try and see if there are any alternative sources or different, you know, reliable reporting. But I see it more for psychological reasons that they talk about. We gained this village, we got this road, we stopped this, you know, column of tanks, etc.
Thank you very much. With that, we end this discussion. Thank you to all our guests, Dr. Bonnie Yushi Liao and Mark Sutherland, as well as Alison Mutler, for joining us today and sharing your insight throughout this news. Thank you very much. Now we move on to Asia. As Afghanistan reels in from the aftermath of today's earthquake, a spokesperson for the Taliban government has stated that the death toll now stands over 800 people and injured at least 2,800 in eastern Afghanistan. Rescue operations are underway to find missing people under the destruction and rubble caused by the strong tremors. As per USGS, the earthquake of magnitude 6.3 struck near Jalalabad, Nangarhar province. After the 6.3 magnitude tremor, a 4.7 magnitude earthquake occurred at a depth of around 140 kilometers, not far from the epicenter of the initial tremor. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi condoled the loss of lives and assured all possible humanitarian aid and relief to those affected. Let's listen into what Afghan civilians have said.
د نورګل ولسوالي ده غازي آباد کلی دی دا ټول ړنګ شوی دی د شپې 12 بجې زلزله وشوله ماشومان دلته ایسار دي غټان ایسار دي سپین ږیري ایسار دي په خبره پوه شولې زمونږ ضرورت دی ورته کسانو ته زمونږ ضرورت دی مرستو ته زمونږ ضرورت دی چې دلته موږ سره مرسته وکړي موږ له راشي موږ سره کومک وکړي خبره پوه شولې زمونږ واړه ایسار دي زنانه ایسار دي سپین ږیري ایسار دي ماشومان ایسار دي خبره پوه شو مړي ایسار دي زمونږ اوس دونه څوک نشته چې دا موږ سره
15% کورونه تخریب شوي دي شهیدان او زخمیان ډیر لرو په هر کور کې 15 نفره 10 نفره زخمیان شوي دي او کوم مسلمانان یې زمونږ خبره اخیستلی شي د الله د رضا لپاره دې موږ سره کومک وکړي چې زموږ شهیدان او زموږ